Alright, so today for Foundation Friday, we're going to be trying out the new BECCA Skin Love Weightless Blur Foundation. When I first heard about this, I thought it was going to be kind of like a CC cream tinted moisturizer kind of product, but it actually is supposed to be like a medium buildable coverage foundation. So this retails for $44 and you get 1.23 ounces of product, which is pretty good. That's more than the standard fluid ounce. Medium buildable coverage with a velvety natural finish that mimics the look of smooth, healthy skin. Long lasting and self-setting. Ooh, I like that. It says it's supposed to keep your skin looking smooth and shine-free. That scares me a little bit. Anything that says shine-free now that I have dry skin usually is a little bit scary, but we'll see. Blah, blah, blah. A lot of description no one probably cares about. So it comes in 24 shades, and the 3 lightest shades are actually all described as beige. So, yeah. It looks like it goes pretty deep, so that's good. The lightest one is linen, which says lightish beige with neutral undertones. So we'll see, but I'm going to insert swatches right here so you guys can see what those 3 shades look like compared to some of my other foundations. All right, so swatch time. These first 4 are the BECCA foundation. So right here's the BECCA Skin Love Foundation in the lightest shade. I already forgot what it's called. In the shade Linen, Porcelain, Shell, and Ivory. So porcelain to me looks a little bit more neutral, peachy than linen. Linen has a little bit of like a yellow undertone to it almost. And then this one is very pink salmon toned. Next over is CYO Life Proof in 101, which is a really good shade match for me, but you can see how literally like gray it looks next to this one because this is super, super pink. This is actually the new lightest shade of the Milk Makeup Blur Liquid Foundation. Porcelain, they finally came out with a lighter shade than Fair. And here's Dermacol 208, which is, again, a good shade match for me. So if you're excited for Foundation Friday and you enjoy these videos, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, you can join the Burrito family and subscribe. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. All of my Foundation Friday videos are always in a playlist, so if you want to go back and watch any others, you can do that. So I haven't done swatches yet in my time. I filmed the swatches afterwards, so I don't know what these shades are gonna look like yet, but it definitely looks like linen is the most neutral undertone out of these. I'm debating between porcelain and linen. Like usual, I'm gonna do half my face with my Sigma F80 and half with my LA Girl sponge. All I have on my skin right now is my SPF that I use every single morning, the La Roche-Posay. That's always also linked in the description box too. Packaging is just like the It Cosmetics CC creams and it has a pump. It's Sunday today. I'm going rollerblading in a little bit. I'm excited. I haven't gone rollerblading in like probably 15 years. It's gonna go really well. And then I'm just gonna be chilling and doing some editing and stuff today. So we probably will get like a little bit of a sweat test going with this, I'm assuming. I started using the Sunday Riley CEO, I think it's called, the Brightening Serum a couple days ago, and I swear it's like tanning my face. Like my face looks way tanner than it did 2 days ago. Going in with the brush. Whoa, it's spreading pretty far. So my face is darker than my neck right now, so I'm matching whatever I'm putting on to my neck shade, obviously. That shade I think looks pretty good. By the way, the Lancome Skin Feels Good product that I tested out in another Foundation Friday, that totally breaks me out. So I'm going to be returning that one, unfortunately. Right now this is looking pretty good. It's looking a little bit makeup-y around my nose area right there. Oops, you really only need a tiny bit of this. I just got way too much. I'm actually going to use, I'm going to start using my sponge so I can spread this over on my forehead. Ooh, with the sponge, that looks pretty. This undertone looks a little bit more on the yellow side to me than neutral. I almost think I might like porcelain a little bit better. This is one of those products that you definitely have to blend pretty well. So it's definitely looking like light coverage on both sides. I did get a little bit better coverage on the brush side, but overall it looks like light coverage. It looks pretty. I feel like this might be a creaser because on my upper lip and just right here a little bit, it looks like it might crease if it like mattifies more. It does say it's kind of shine controlling. It says it's supposed to be buildable, so I'm going to try and build this up. I think this is one that if you want coverage, do a brush, and then I'm going to just blend it out with my sponge. So I'm just going to apply a little bit more to get more coverage. See if we can build it up just on my cheek area, and then blend it out with a sponge. My freckles and stuff are still coming through. I just have a tiny bit left over on the palette, so I'm just going to add whatever I have left over to my forehead to try and build it up. I am getting a little bit more coverage. I think now it's definitely to medium coverage. It's looking pretty. There are certain areas where I'm just gonna watch throughout the day, like around my nose area and upper lip, But right now it looks good. There's nothing like major happening. It looks like a satin finish. Keep in mind, I think these lights kind of bounce off a little bit more, so it makes my skin look a little bit dewier than it is. So we'll see what it looks like in natural lighting. I always show you guys on my vlog camera in natural lighting so you can really see everything. If I was wearing this not for review, I would definitely spray some Catrice setting spray over top right now, because I think I would like it a lot better if it was just a little bit more dewy. It's not covering my scarring even on that second layer. You can still see freckles and scarring and stuff coming through. It said it's supposed to be self-setting. Right now it still feels a little bit tacky. So what time is it? It's 9:17 in the morning. So let's call the check-in time about 9:20. I'm gonna wait a few minutes and see if this sets down enough to where I don't need to put a powder on my cheek area so I can blend stuff on top. And if it does, then I'm not gonna powder. Did I just say that? Yeah, so we'll see you guys in a few minutes. Okay, so now it's 9:36. I feel like I just did that hella fast. So I looked out in natural lighting. I got like a 2-second clip before my camera died, but the next check-in will fully be in natural lighting, but I'm gonna include that right here. It definitely looks way more matte in natural lighting than it does under these lights. It looks more like satin dewy under here. It looks more like a matte finish, but having dry skin, it doesn't look bad on it. Like, it's not clinging anywhere. Most matte foundations kind of emphasize texture and stuff on my skin, and this is one that's more on the matte side, but it doesn't do that, so that's good. So the self-setting thing, I didn't have to powder my cheek area. It didn't totally set down. Like, I wouldn't say this sets to a powder finish or anything, but it almost sets to like a gel that feels like it's on there. Like, it doesn't feel like it's gonna slide around on your face or anything. And now to the touch, it does feel a little bit less sticky. So I don't feel like it feels uncomfortably tacky or anything. So I don't mind how it looks right now. I'm kind of liking it, even though I usually don't go for this kind of finish. But I don't know why they titled this beige. I don't think this is a very beigey shade at all. Matches me pretty well. At least these shades have different undertones, so there are some options there. If you need to lighten it or use a white mixer or something, you can find the right undertone and then lighten it with a white mixer. So I just did really basic kind of everyday makeup. Bronzer, I used the Laura Geller Sunrise Fair bronzer, this guy. I used the ColourPop Flexitarian highlight. I haven't used these Super Shock cheeks in so long. When I was doing the products I never reached for video, I found these and want to try them out again since I've been using more cream products, and this is so pretty. I've been loving this blush. This is the Cargo Waterproof Bali Brush. Put a little bit of NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil and Milk on my waterline, did my normal eyeliner and mascaras, and I actually didn't set my under eye concealer. It's something I'm trying lately because my under eyes have just not been cooperating. They just look like a creasy mess lately. So I used concealer, but then I'm trying to not powder it and just kind of like tap it out throughout the day. So we'll see how that goes too. But that's everything so far. So far so good. I'm excited to see how this one wears. Right now I do still like it enough to where I would reach for it again with that setting spray tomorrow. So we'll see how the rest of the day goes, but I'm gonna go meet up with my friend, go rollerblading, and I'll check in with you guys in a few hours in natural lighting. Okay, so it's 2:15 now, 2:14, so it's been on for about 5 hours. Rollerblading was a success. Fell one time. I'm alive. Looked at my face a few times just in different lighting in the car and different bathrooms and stuff, and it just looks really blah. I don't think it necessarily looks bad, but it definitely doesn't look good. And I'm getting way more creasing than usual. It's like going all the way over here, if you can see that. And it does look a bit just kind of like dry in certain areas. Creasing over here, and it's creasing around my nose area too. Don't love how it looks on my forehead. It looks like it's almost separating a little bit right there. Every time I've looked at my face today, I haven't really liked the way that it's looked in the mirror. Again, I don't think it like looks horrible or anything, but I just have a lot of other more affordable foundations too that look way better on my skin. So I just got home, I'm gonna edit, clean the house a little bit, and then I'll be back at the end of the night. Okay, so it's now the end of the night. It's 8 o'clock, so it's been on for 10 hours. It's just gotten a little bit shittier throughout the day. It looks like it's worn off in a lot of areas and just almost gotten like, not patchy, just weird texture slash, I almost feel like this is breaking me out. I feel like I've gotten like little bumps throughout the day. You guys can see those, but those I don't think were there in the morning. So you can see, you can just like see it. This isn't concealer, this is where the foundation was. And you can definitely see it just breaking down on my skin. And then creasing. Just overall looks pretty patchy and like worn off around my nose area. And then also on my forehead. Not loving how it looks. It almost looks like a little bit greasy now. So overall this one is just pretty average to me. I don't really like how it looks on my skin. Maybe if you have oily skin, it would wear differently throughout the day, but on my skin, it just has kind of like gone downhill throughout the day. So those are my thoughts on this one. I can't wait to get in the shower right now. I'm gonna like call it an early night, but I hope you guys enjoyed this foundation Friday. I am gonna be having the new Too Faced Dewy Full Coverage Foundation coming. What else have you guys been asking about? I ordered a few of them the other day, like just new releases. So all those ones are gonna be coming. This is just the one that I had in my hands right now. Don't forget to click the bell so you get notified when I upload. You can turn on notifications. YouTube just lets you know when a new video goes out, but I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.